Let me ask you this question. What is a good melody? It might be this, or maybe this. They have some patterns that only good melodies share with each other. In order for you to start making good melodies like many famous artists, you may want to pay attention to these tips that were used in their songs. A good melody needs to be memorable. It should be one that sticks to your head long after the song has completely ended. Imagine that you're listening to a song in your car while going to the grocery store. And once you get out of the car, you keep singing the melody over and over and over. That is what you should make. But how do you make it memorable? By using repetition. Repeating a melodic motive or hook throughout the song can make it more memorable to the listener. Here are 5 notes that are repeating itself each other, creating this pattern which also repeat itself. Be careful though, because sometimes repetition can make stuff boring. But don't worry, you can introduce variations. By just creating a very slight difference in the melody, you can make it more interesting and help to stick in the listener's mind. And also, you can use hooks, which sometimes can be the key factor to make a good melody. Like for example, this song. The next tip is that a melody needs to be catchy. So let's say you're out of the grocery store, you go back to your car, turn on the music again, and then you heard a hook or riff that grabs your attention and draws you in. And now it's stick in your mind. To make catchy melodies, you need to make it simple, easy. Don't try to make big changes on it. That way, the melody is not complex to the listener's mind. So it should be easier for them to remember it. And also, you can use strong rhythms. With a strong and infectious rhythm, you can help the melody to create more groove or be catchy and memorable. Here are some great examples. Another tip? Yes, of course I have. Just let's get back to the story. As you're driving your way back home, while the song is playing, you start to feel a connection to it. You're maybe singing the lyrics, or maybe you're dancing to it, or maybe you are just crying with it. And this is because we feel emotional. How can you create that? How can you create those emotions? You can use dynamic contrast. If you play a musical instrument or you sing, you can create quiet and loud sections in your melody by just hitting the note harder or softer. That can create a sense of emotional tension and release. You can also do this without any instruments at all. You just have to play with velocity. The higher the velocity is, the harder the note gets. You can use chord changes. I know that I'm not talking about chords in this video. We can cover that in another video if you want me to. Just let me know in the comments. But using them in your melodies can create tension and resolution to make your melodies more impactful. Like for example, these songs. Now, I know that all of these tips or techniques can take you time, so if you're still struggling with melodies and you want to make it a little bit easier, well, you can go to undersounds.com/MIDI files, where you can find there totally free MIDI files that you can use for your own productions or just to practice. I hope you found these tips helpful for creating good melodies, and if you're interested in more stuff like this, you may want to subscribe, like the video, and speaking of videos, you should check this one out where I make sound effects from famous films. Or listen to this song that has a good melody and a very cool video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!